Hi, Katie and Sue. Thanks for joining the session. Just to let you know, just a reminder that I am recording the session, as I've sent in the invite to you, just to let you know, and you're okay with that, yes? You've both agreed before. Okay, thank you very much for joining the session. Like I said, can you two hear me okay? Because you're answering, I'm guessing you can hear me. Yes?
Yeah, fine.
And can you see me all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is just a little sort of introduction, really, to say that I know your cameras are on. It doesn't need to be on, but as you're comfortable with the cameras on, we prefer that your camera's on for this session. And now I'm going to share my PowerPoint slide with you. So if you just have a look, I don't think we need to do introductions because I know you both know each other because we're on the same team. So what I'm going to do now is just share my slideshow with you. And if you can tell me, can you see the slideshow now?
Not yet, Chandra.
Okay, just bear with me. Let's see. Try again. Okay. PowerPoint. What about that there? Can you see my slideshow now?
Yeah, you just need to present it to us now from the beginning.
Okay, just bear with me a second. How's that? Is that better?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, fab. Right. So what we're going to do today is we're looking at, and I know we've done a bit of background, sort of details on this before, to do with menopause and managers training. This session is just a quick 15-minute really, just to capture some ideas for training managers on sort of managing these menopause symptoms within the workplace. So we're using MS Teams. You're all familiar with the chat box, using the camera, microphone. Please don't bother to mute yourself. You can stay unmuted because it's just two of us, three of us in the classroom today. Group agreement, just some netiquette to do with virtual learning. Listen with respect, engage. If you do mention names in your examples that you're given, please keep it confidential. Feel free to ask questions. Be present and persevere, please, because we always have hiccups with technology, so we will persevere. So background, like I said, we've had some feedback from the Women's Network on managers' sort of issues highlighted regarding the lack of manager training, really, in supporting staff with menopause symptoms. We fall under that remit of supporting managers and getting them trained up in order to deal with these issues because we're part of the OD team. And today, like I said, we're hoping to cover some basics in this topic. Well, I've got some objectives here for this session. They're very short objectives, really. And we're going to try and stick to that because we've got to finish within 15 minutes. First one, give one reason why managers need training. Second one, identify 2 menopause-related symptoms that managers may need to address in the workplace. And the third one, we'll just have a short discussion on one of those symptoms that you've highlighted in the second objective. Okay, so this was the pre-session video that I've sent you, Menopause at Work. The CIPD video, did you both get a chance to watch the video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is linking in with what we're going to talk about. And first thing I want to do is just a little quiz really to quiz you a bit on, just to make sure you did watch the video. Why is it necessary to train managers? Just if you can just feedback verbally for that and let me know, why is it necessary to train managers?
So that I think managers are more upskilled with the workforce and people's needs.
Yes.
And also half the work, well, 50% of the population are going to experience this at some point.
Yes.
And especially in healthcare, where you have a higher ratio of women, particularly the People's Directorate, where you have a higher ratio of women than you do to men as well.
Really good point, yeah. And we know within the trust and within the NHS, we've had NHS England comms as well saying we've got lots of female staff really within our trust and within the NHS. So the impact of not training managers could be vast really if we don't train them. Okay, well that's really good.
Long-term sickness and retention and things.
And it's leading with compassion as well.
Yes, well done, Sue. Yes, leading with compassion, which is something we promote in our trust. Okay, so that's some good ideas that you've had there on why we need to train managers. what I want you to do now is to take a minute to list two menopause-related symptoms that managers can address in the workplace. And if you can type your answer in the chat box, please.
I'm going to put one that I'm struggling with, and
Yeah.
Sue has to help me with the word for it. I'm going to put word amnesia.
Okay, yes,
Um,
yes,
Brain fog,
yes.
being forgetful.
Okay, yes.
Room
Good
temperature.
ideas. Anything else you can think of?
Temperature, too hot.
What was that?
too
Sorry,
cold.
room temperature?
Yeah,
Yes.
room
Okay,
temperature.
yes, yes. Especially because it's summer now, yes.
Exhaustion as well. Just one of
Yes.
the, oh, it's not typing now. It's stopped. Can you press in the box again?
Oh,
So,
never mind. If it doesn't type, you can just tell me the answers, Katie. That's
yeah, just some
fine.
exhaustion, just
So
being
exhaustion, yes. Fatigue,
permanently tired.
tiredness, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And because we work with staff around the trust, do you see this happening to staff? Have you seen it yourself when you visited sort of areas, if you've got to meet with staff and so on?
Not so much me, yeah, just conversations that you have in passing with people.
Yeah.
Of a similar,
Yes.
like for me, similar
And
age.
you realize, yeah. So you realize
I've seen
it is
people with-
happening.
Yeah, I've seen people with symptoms and talking about what they've got in place to try and help support with the symptoms as well.
Right. Okay. Thanks for that, Sue. Yes. Thanks, Katie. So it is happening around us, and we need to really do something to address these. So those are some main symptoms really that you've highlighted there that managers would have to address in the workplace. And that's why really they need to be trained in sort of addressing these, but also addressing them in an appropriate manner, in a compassionate manner, like Sue said before. Right, so let's have a look then after that bit of brainstorming. We've got some ideas. So what I want to do is, again, have a little short discussion on how can managers practically support staff experiencing one of these menopause symptoms. So if I pick one, say, when you say you've got brain fog, how would you advise managers to support a staff experiencing sort of brain fog, forgetfulness?
I think they need to be a bit more tolerant, a bit more patient, maybe explain again, maybe in a different way about what it is they want or what they're asking for or talking about. I think support comes from colleagues as well. If they've
Yes.
forgotten something, the colleagues are aware what's going on. They could just maybe reiterate what the manager has asked for.
Yes, good idea, Sue. Yes. What about you, Katie? Any ideas on how you could support them
Just
in the
being
work?
supportive, something I'd find helpful. It might be like a checklist or something. Just, and then, if I've forgotten something, I could say to Sue, what else did I say I was going to do, so that I could write it down, and having the support from my colleagues.
Good idea. Yes.
Possibly.
So you've got like a quick access reference list, haven't you, there to sort of help you and prompt when you forget. Yes.
It could be that if it's verbal, the request is verbal, maybe they put it in writing so you can refer back to it, and you've always got an email trail to refer back to if you've forgotten something.
Good idea. So you can review and prep, really do a bit of prep before dealing with sort of any queries or any issues or anything like that.
If it's
What
things
about
like medicine related and tricky medical words and things, it's talking back, maybe repeating back to people what's been said. To make sure to clarify what they've said is correct and accurate. If there's any doubt about what's been administered or what procedures going on, or whatever.
Good ideas. Yes. And it doesn't always need to be printed sheets as well, like Katie was saying. Use technology. We have staff use their phones for work all the time. They have access to sort of like the extranet for things. They have access to their work documents, so they can a quick access thing can deal with that really, and help them to prompt them in dealing with in sort of supporting staff. And also, like you said, making sure that they do it in an appropriate and compassionate manner. Okay, well, thank you very much for that. So that was some good ideas we had on how to support staff. And like I say, we can in future, we can link in with this and build further on it. But we just want to do a quick sort of session now. So we'll stop there for now. What I want to do next is, are you all right to use your phones? I think I've asked you in the email to bring your phone. So have you got your phones with you?
Yeah, got a phone. I'll let Sue use the QR code first, and then I'll do it.
If you can scan the QR code, please.
Yeah.
And then there's just a short quiz. It's not fancy. A little short quiz for you just to recap what we talked about.
Sorry, my phone's being slow. Are you in? You're in, aren't you? Could you flip back to the QR code for me, Chandra? Mine's not playing.
Oh, yes, no problem. Well, I'll just share that screen again.
If not, I could always use Sue's phone after she's It's
all right, I'll get it back now for you. PowerPoint, there we go. Can you see that okay, Katie?
Yeah, let's see. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it works this time. It's not working, is it, Sue? Can I use it on your phone?
Yeah, that's fine. You in, Katie?
Not yet. Chandra, can you pull the slide up a little bit for me? It's not reading the whole of the code.
Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can drag my notes down.
There we go. Better? There we go. I've got the whole code now, so hopefully I can get it now. Yeah, well, I'm in perfectly.
Okay, fab. Right, I just wanted to share my my quiz screen as well with you, so you can.
So I haven't done it yet, Chandra. So just give us a second.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. Hopefully, it should turn up as you fill it in. Can you see that? All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
So there you go. Your answers are coming in. Yeah. Just moving your picture a bit because you're blocking me a bit. So fab. So we could risk losing experience staff. Excellent. And that's something you need for retention. You want to keep your experience, don't you? Experienced staff in there.
Absolutely.
Fab answers for the symptoms: brain fog, for exhaustion, hot flushes. Yeah, we were talking about summer and it being too warm. And then we've got pick the 3 ways below. Good, so you could signpost them, yep, to wellbeing services, Hockey Health. You can allow flexible working where possible and provide a quiet break room for staff. Should never give staff painkillers. It's not really within our authority to give anybody painkillers. So that's a good one. Thank you for doing that quiz now. So what I'll do now is let me just share my PowerPoint with you again. And we can, just to wrap up this session, really, get my PowerPoint screen up. Right, if you can just let me know if you can see that, please.
Yeah.
Right, so if I go back from current slide, you've done your. There you go. Can you see that better now?
Yeah, perfect.
Right. So you've done your quiz for me now. Thank you very much for doing that. And what we'll do is I'll save those notes. I'll save the quiz answers as well, so that we've got it for next time. Have you got any questions at all that you want to ask me?
Yeah, I know you've taken an interest in the Women's Network, Chandra, recently. Could you share their email so that if I wanted to get in touch with them, I'd be able
sure,
to do so?
That's fine, okay? Katie. Yes. Have you got a pen and paper there, or would you like me to email?
Can you drop it in the chat for me later when you get a chance?
Yes, I will do. That's fine. Right? Yes, no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. Yes.
Chandra, will we be able to have a copy of the slides so we can refer back to them?
Definitely, Sue. I will do. I'll send a copy of the slides straight after this session, and I'll pop in the Women's Staff Network details as well. I know they've had a staff shortage this month, so they've moved the date for the meeting, but I will find out and I'll send it to you. Is that okay?
Yeah. What about the menopause CAF with the trust? Are they still running?
They are still running, yes. And again, the Women's Network, if you drop them an email, they should be able to help you with the date for that. Okay.
Lovely. Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll also send you some resources for reading. So next steps in order for you to really to sort of upskill yourselves, really, because you're going to have to be training managers on menopause, and it'd be nice to sort of get ahead of them, really, and prep for these sessions that we're going to be doing. So is that okay? So we'll stop there for today. And again, thank you so much for joining this session. I know you're very busy and you've got a lot to do. I'll send you my contact details as well. So if you need anything else from me, please let me know. All right. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.